Hi there, it's Chad Nicely. Welcome to another session of Entrepreneur Live. Now today, we're going to talk about calls to actions, generating leads, and making sales from your WordPress site, as well as HTML pages. Got a really cool web-based app that I really think you guys are going to like. It's definitely something that I've never seen before. It takes things to the next level. And the creator of this app is actually Sam Bakker. Now, we've had Sam on the show before. Last time he was here, he was actually sick and feeling a little bit down. So I think he's feeling a little bit better today, even though it's 3 o'clock in the morning over there in Thailand. So we're going to interview Sam for a little bit and get in his head and figure out how he's been successful online, what he's been up to, and check out a demonstration of the CTA Bar. So if you're ready, I'd like to introduce my guest to you, Sam Bakker. Well, there we go. Sam Bakker. How you doing, my friend?
Yeah, good. How you doing?
Good. Good to see you again. I take it you are still over there in Thailand.
Yeah, still here.
Yeah, that's exactly where I would be too, man. I'm coming to see you here pretty quick. So,
awesome. That's good.
What have you been up to, man?
Not too much. Just I've been working a lot, but we did have a good trip to Phuket recently, which was fun. We wanted to have a good chance to have a look at some of the islands around Phuket. So we went to Monkey Island and saw some monkeys, some actual like native, or what are they called, wild monkeys.
Really?
So that was cool.
Like the kind that come up to you and bite your leg and steal your purse and all those ones?
Yeah, those ones. Yeah, we saw those. We kept our distance. We didn't have any food or anything, any bananas, so we were told they'd probably bite us. So we held back. That was fun, and then went to Maya Bay and some of the bays around Phuket, which was pretty cool. And yeah, it was just a good time, eh? And yeah, had a good break really as well.
Is that there in Thailand then?
Yeah, that was in Thailand. Yeah, it's like Phuket is like basically just a cluster, like Phuket, and then there's a cluster of islands around it. So we stayed on one of the resorts around there, which was quite cool. It's got like real clear water, so you can see fish like swimming under you in the water and stuff. So that's cool.
Hey, I did some research. I almost moved to Thailand. I'm glad I didn't, because I got 2 little girls here. But I was just going through one of those phases. I heard that the cost of living in Thailand is just unbelievable.
Yeah, it depends where you are, but yeah, it is. Like where we are, and we're in Pai, and it's a meal is about $1 to $2 on average. You can go fine dining. If you go fine dining, you're looking at about $5 American for a really nice meal. If you want like a platter and like a bunch of meats and different fresh fruits and stuff like that, you're probably going to be pushing $8. But yeah, it's really cool. Like it's one of the big advantages of Thailand is it's so cheap to eat, but it's also really good food as well. Like we're originally from New Zealand, and the food is it's the same quality. You're just paying a lot less for it. So
Wow.
With the risk of occasionally getting sick, obviously.
Dude, I paid more than that. Really. I paid more than that for my Egg McMuffin at McDonald's this morning.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, and so like,
great.
if you were to like buy a house there, like what would that cost?
Oh, it would cost next to nothing, I think. I haven't really looked into it, because you have to be a Thai. You have to actually be a Thai person to own land here. So you can buy a house, and a house is probably going to set you back like probably 20 to 30K maybe. But you can never own the land as a foreigner. So you can purchase the house on the land, but yeah, you just can't own the land. So I haven't really looked into it, but I do know it would be probably about you're looking at probably 1/5 of what you'd expect to pay in the US. Probably.
Oh, dude, no. Here it's like 300K.
Yeah, so probably substantially less than that.
Yeah.
Definitely under 100K. Yeah.
And so, but you guys get like the big typhoons and the hurricanes and all that stuff over there, yeah?
No, I haven't seen any.
No?
I don't know. I don't know too much about Thailand. I know we're over here, but I know that Phuket got hit by a big tsunami, I think it was, a wee while ago. I going there, you wouldn't see it. It's quite well recovered, but no, I haven't seen any. Like we live in Pai, we're up north by Chiang Mai and up near Laos. But yeah, we haven't had any natural disasters. I think the most we had rain a couple of times, which was very concerning to locals here because it shouldn't be raining at this time of the year. But other than that, yeah, it's been quite cool. The main problem here is that a lot of people are burning. They burn their crops, so you have a bit of pollution happening, and that's starting in March. So we're hoping to get away for a month or so. Hopefully going over to San Diego actually and seeing you guys.
Yeah, come do that.
Time.
Well, you're going to be speaking at our event, so
Yeah.
we'll definitely see you there. We got some amazing speakers at that event. So like in Thailand, is it like nice weather all the time except when it rains? I mean, what's the weather like?
The weather's really nice. Like it's really, it's just consistent really. Like in New Zealand, where we're from, it's we live in Wellington, and it's probably one of the most inconsistent places in probably I've ever been to. It's windy one day, it's raining the next, it's sunny the next. Next thing, it's freezing cold, and you never know what kind of day it's going to be. Here, every single day it's around 30 to 35 degrees consistently every single day. At night, it's got a bit colder recently because it's I don't know why actually. It's got a bit colder, between 22 and 25 degrees at night. But yeah, it's just nice all the time basically.
Yeah, I think
2 days of rain.
I think when I met you, you were living in New Zealand, weren't you?
Yeah.
And so
we've always lived in New Zealand.
What prompted you just to get up and go move to Thailand?
One thing, we got married. I married my wife Eva, which was a cool time, and we decided. A friend of mine had a place here, like we had this place that I'm living at now. It's actually a friend of mine, a marketer. He's a marketer that owns a hosting company, and he was like, "Hey, like I was telling him that we're looking at going on a trip." I said, "We're thinking about Thailand as one of the destinations." We had heard like a lot of marketers go there, so we wanted to check out what Thailand was about. And he basically gave us his place for 6 months to have. So we've kind of just stayed here ever since. Yeah,
well, that happened.
We had never been to Thailand. We just wanted to do something a bit different, go traveling. It's one of the advantages of being an online marketer is that you can do this type of stuff. So we packed up our stuff and took off to Thailand.
The guest that never left.
Yeah,
I've had a few of those. So
that's cool.
So your wife, she likes this business. She supports you and everything.
Yeah. She runs her own offline marketing company.
Oh.
With her family. She's been running that for a long time.
So did she have that before you guys married, or did she get with you and learn marketing and then put together her own company?
Nah, she's been in it just as long as I have, I think. Possibly longer. Yeah. Wow. She's been helping companies around New Zealand for longer than I've known her. And she was a best-selling author at 15, I think, 15 or 16.
Wow.
And she was working with a lot of teenagers then, and then she had a lot of people were interested in social media, so she went into that and started helping a lot of companies around New Zealand, speaking at a lot of events, and she's helped thousands of businesses with their social media.
That's an amazing accomplishment. 15 years old to be a best-selling author. My little girl Katarina is 10 years old, and she does like her own green screen videos. She has her own YouTube channels, and she's like, "Dad, I need to start building my own list. I need to start building my own products." I'm like, "You're 10 years old. You need to get your butt to school is what you need to do, right?"
That's awesome.
But I was just thinking about that because, I had one of those moments where I just glanced over and I saw my girls on the couch, and they were like, I have an Android. I'm not an Apple user, but they were on their iPhone 5C, and then they had their iPad over on their lap, and my little girl, who's 6, has a Google Chrome computer. She's actually 7. She'll kill me for saying that. And it's just like, wow, like what is this generation going to do? They're going to be amazing when they grow up, right?
Yeah.
Like they're going to conquer the world. Like when I was 6 years old, I don't even think I was playing with G.I. Joes. I don't know what I was doing, right? It certainly wasn't computers or iPhones. It's just like, wow. I can't wait to see this generation. I mean, I'll be old in a wheelchair and everything because I'm already, almost 40 years old. But they're just smart. And like I got a monster TV in the house, but it's a smart TV. So it gets on Facebook and Twitter and it gets on the internet and everything. I can't turn the damn thing on, but my daughters can. So the only time I get to watch TV is when I have my little girls here, right?
Yeah.
I know. Big technical guy is pathetic, right? But to be honest with you, I am not a technical guy at all. I'm an internet guy.
Yeah.
That's hard for people to believe. So cool. You guys have been working on something called CTA Bar. And from what I see, this is going to help you with lead generation. It's going to help you with sales. It looks like it's something that's deployed on WordPress sites, correct? Well, WordPress and HTML sites, right?
Yeah.
So it uses a simple JavaScript. Where do you see, like we know right now video's hot, but video and WordPress, as well as still static sites, there's still a really good combination, right? Like we've seen Facebook and video kind of combine here and there a little bit, but there's not a lot. We're getting ready to do a launch here pretty quick where we're going to integrate video with Facebook. That's the Mobi Videos launch. But there's not a lot of that. Most of the time, video is being displayed on a WordPress site or an HTML page. Do you agree?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And so I'm kind of biting my tongue on this, and I don't want to come out and say this too early, but it seems like, once again, we're seeing a change in trend. And video became very hot. And obviously, if people are out there making video and they're monetizing with video and everything, well, then they're going to pull video back into their WordPress sites, right?
Yeah.
It's like history always repeats itself. And I've learned not to go out there and shoot myself in the foot and say something that's going to change like a year from now. And so I think what's fair is to say that this industry, technology, social media, even like the APIs and the technologies that we're exposed to, it's changing all the time. Things are always changing, and you have to be willing to adapt to those changes, right? So maybe, for a while, Facebook's hot. You ride Facebook as long as you can. You monetize from it. You make as many leads. Then video, once again, becomes hot. But it's like I've seen these trends over and over and over and over and over. And I think now that blogging and WordPress is once again coming into play.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I've sort of been thinking the same thing from looking at video. You know, it comes and goes. Trends come and go. But I think one of the main things is with WordPress is it never sort of goes away.
No.
It's always popular.
Yeah, but
always needed.
But here's what I'm seeing. So I go back in the day. Like my site was created in like 2008, I think. I had over 2,000 ranking keywords. I was ranked number 43 for the keyword Make Money Online. I monetized mainly from banners and affiliate offers. And then Panda and Penguin came out, and I have the same story everybody else did and just wiped me out completely. And I said, screw this SEO crap. I'm done, right? And I think a lot of people did. And then we went over to Facebook, right? Now, because I've been doing this show and I've been talking to a lot of people who do SEO and things like that, it seems like the game has gotten easier. Like Google has gone and cleaned out all the crap, and it seems like their algorithms and the things required to rank sites, it's gotten so much easier. So now I think WordPress is once again going to come back stronger than ever before.
Yeah.
Right?
No, it makes a lot of sense. And definitely the people that catch it early will make the most money.
Yeah, and so I don't want to say that because I don't want to say, well, Chad's always changing his mind on things. I don't know what that's why I'm trying to be fair here, and I'm trying to say I think things are always evolving. Technology is always changing, and people flock. People flock to Facebook. They flock to video. But before Facebook, it was all WordPress and WordPress plugins. Yeah. And eventually, like you just said, the first people that get there and hit it really hard do really well. But eventually, there's so much attention in the market and so many people focus on that strategy that it starts to get a little softer and then something else kicks in, right? So to really be successful, here's the takeaway. To be really successful in this business, you have to be willing to adapt and understand the tools and the technology that people like yourself are putting out. We should feel so very privileged to have access to those tools because the rest of the world has no clue. You agree?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Well, it gives us an advantage, that's for sure.
Yeah, and it's something I've been thinking about very carefully because I listen to a lot of marketers and they're like, SEO is dead, video's the answer. And then a week later, they're like, video's dead, Facebook's the answer. And I don't want to be one of those guys. But what I've come to understand is you have to be willing to adapt. And this market here is always changing. And if you're not going to adapt, if you're going to be set in your ways, then you're going to be outdated. You're not going to be able to monetize. You're not going to be able to generate leads.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, definitely.
Now, I've made a boatload of leads off WordPress using calls to actions, using opt-ins, using simple links that go to opt-in forms, stuff like that. And it's not hard. If you're passionate about what you do, and if you're passionate about like blog posts that you write and everything else, and the key is to be consistent, then you naturally have traffic coming to your site if you do everything right. And on-page SEO is easy today. It's not like it used to be. Like I can remember having tools that told me my exact density. Did you use the keyword in the title tag? Did you use it in H2? Did you use it in H3? Did you sprinkle it? Remember that?
Yeah.
I had tools that would light up with little green lights and tell me, okay, you're optimized. But you don't have to do that. Today, you just be natural, right? And so you get traffic to the site automatically just by writing good content, being natural, not playing any games with Google, and they'll reward you, right? Once you get that traffic there, though, most people, they lose that traffic. They don't have any way to capture that lead. Your software changes all that.
Yeah, it does. We hope so. But yeah, it does. So shall I tell you a bit about it?
Please.
Cool. So we created this mainly because we saw a big opportunity to deliver a basically call to action bars to help people that have websites to capture more leads, to drive more attention to certain places on the site. And every time that someone is coming to your website, you're hopefully trying to get them to take some sort of action. But what if you have a blog, as Chad's saying, a WordPress blog, you're looking to rank that blog. It may be not something that you've thought of, whereas with our software, within a couple of clicks, you're able to add a bar to your website that'll drive a call to action. So the best way that I can probably demonstrate this is by showing everyone. Chad, shall I go ahead and show you what this does?
Let's do it.
Awesome. All right, so I'm just going to share my screen right now. Hopefully you can see my... Oh, look, there I am. I didn't realize we were still on video.
Yeah, and you were asking me before the call if you could do the giveaway. You want to hit that button?
Oh, yeah, I'd love to hit that button.
Cool.
This was my idea.
No, let's not do that yet, though. Let's demo the software first. Let's get them all pumped up, and then we'll come back.
I'm way too excited for the contest.
I know you are. Everybody is. Everybody loves that contest, right?
Can I refresh?
Yeah, but don't do it yet. Let's see the software. You're trigger happy, dude. Right. And you know what? Okay, cool. You know what? I'm not even gonna cut that part out. I'm gonna leave that in there so everybody can see how trigger happy you are, like a kid in the candy store. You know what you're going first, I guess. Gotta hit the button, right?
I love the sounds. That's what really got me out. It's like a video game.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I had it on the screen, and my daughters wake up at like 6 o'clock in the morning because I got to catch the school bus. So when they're here with me, they wake up at the same time. I had that on the screen, so I heard it in my dreams. I'm hearing now, where it chooses the prizes and everything. They must have hit that button like 60 times. What they didn't know, as soon as it chooses the winner, it sends out an email saying, hey, congratulations, you just won this deal. Here's what you need to do. My daughters gave away 60 copies that day.
That's awesome.
They had no clue, right? But they're so freaking cute. I can't get mad at them. As hard as I try, I can't get mad at them, right? They're just like, Dad, this is so great. Can you make us one? But yeah, so
that's funny.
Yeah. So let's see the software, and then we'll give away some copies.
All right, cool. So you've probably seen these bars on, say, CNN. Wikipedia uses them to collect donations. You may have seen them on a number of sites, from Forbes to even launches you might have seen in the marketplace that have included these bars. So this is CTA Bar right here, and if I just click one of these templates, you can actually see one of the bars load up down below and above. These bars are completely customizable, so you can customize these as you want. Now, I'm just going to choose a random theme today. We'll go for a slightly different color here. We can choose what we want. We'll go for a blue.
Yeah.
Cool.
Blue is trust.
We can actually, but yeah, blue for trust. Yeah, blue for trust. We can go double bar if we want to as well. Get a bit of social media, capture some leads if we wanted to. And there's different bars for different purposes. Say, for example, this is a launch that's about to happen very soon, and they've actually got a bar when it scrolls down, when you start scrolling down the page, that pops out at you with a timer saying, hey, there's only a certain amount of time left in order to get access to this right now. Same with bonus pages or even launch pages. This is a launch page right here. We've got early bird special begins in, and we've just set a random time to show you this as an example. Special early bird bonus page for CTA Bar. So there's all sorts of different purposes for this, and you can add this to your bar, to your website. You can add it to your blog very easily. So let's just say CTA Bar.
So if I can just clarify, that launch page that you showed, that was something you have access to, so you can put the code on it, right?
Yes. Now this one, this isn't actually mine. This is one of the. We got a few friends of ours to test out the software, and this is what he's done with it. But yeah, I'll show you the code that you get at the end. It's very easy to add in. It literally is just one click.
Okay.
Now this is the next thing, and you were mentioning SEO, Chad, and different blogs. I know for me, I actually used to do a bit of SEO myself. I had a range of different blogs across different mediums, many in the same niche. And with this, what you can actually do is, with these bars, you could have one bar that goes across 10, 20, 30 different blog sites. And anytime that you adjust that bar, it'll actually change your message. So say, for example, you're in the fitness market. You had a range of different blogs for different purposes of fitness, for example, and you wanted to sell a particular product during the week. You could actually go here. You could edit this as you wanted to. You could add a new fitness product by here, and you could put a buy button. We could add a buy button. Here we'd add an image and then a buy button, and what that would actually do is it would enable you to have that message across multiple websites, and you can change it as you want. And it will actually, once you've installed the code, or installed the piece of the line of text, basically, any time that you make a change to the bar inside of this system here, this web-based system, it will actually update the bar on all of those different sites, which is a really cool feature.
That is cool. So you don't have to install the code again. Once you install it once, you're good to go.
Exactly. Yeah, you never have to go back over it. I know with I've had this in the past with other softwares where you had to keep on pasting a code into the same place, and with this, there's no need for that. It's all updated as we go.
These bars, though, they work very well. They work very well. Anytime you have something that's a pattern interrupt up at the top and the bottom, especially if the color is offset from the rest of your site, they always grab attention, right? It never fails.
Yeah.
And that's the goal here. So this is not a WordPress plugin. It looks like it's web-based.
Totally web-based, yeah. So this will work on every single site you can think of. It'll work on, Optimized Press, InstaBuilder. It'll work on WordPress, any WordPress themes, blogs. It'll work on any HTML themes as well, or websites. It'll work on anything where you can actually paste in this code into the page somewhere. It'll work.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, very simple to get set up and running, and it's very flexible as well. That's one of the main things about this. You don't just get the opportunity to add stuff to this bar. You can actually change the size of these bars as you want. If we wanted to, we could remove a bar, we could add a bar, we can add different like buttons, social media buttons. There's no limits to this. For this one, though, I'm just going to... you go, Chad. Yeah.
If I wanted to have, I notice you have an opt-in form at the bottom. That's what I want to do. I'm all about the leads. The leads are money for me. So if I wanted to have an opt-in form at the top, can I do that?
Yes. If you wanted to, you would just go about, and I've just removed the opt-in form, but I'll add one up here to show you. You'd just go forms, you'd select what kind of form you wanted. Aweber, you'd select what kind of list you wanted. Now, I haven't set up my autoresponder yet. Basically, to set up your autoresponder, you need to connect it to either Aweber GetResponse or one of those other autoresponders. You just need your consumer key, consumer secret, authorize it, and then that'll allow you to add forms and collect leads as you want. Same with MailChimp, same with GetResponse. Okay. Very easy to do.
So right now you're integrated with Aweber, MailChimp, and GetResponse. If I have a custom HTML code, can I use that?
Yes, you can. Now we've tested this with Infusionsoft. We've tested it with Ontraport. We've tested it with a couple of other solutions as well, and we've got some training inside of the website or our web area basically that'll show you how to add a custom form from another site that we don't have connected with the API.
So it's fair to say it'll work with all autoresponders.
Correct. Yeah, it'll work with all autoresponders. And you'll just need to make sure that you get the right code. That's basically it, and then you'll be able to do it.
Cool.
Now I'm just going to go back because I jumped out of that one, so I'm just going to go back to this. Now as we're going through this here, ctabar.com/offer, for example, this is if we want to lock our bar to a particular page. If this code was put onto someone else's page, for example, and we had specified this page as the only page to have that bar, it won't show. So it's locked to whatever bar you want, or whatever websites you want it to be locked to. Or if you remove this, you could have it on any page if you wanted to.
So that could be like I can't remember the name. Like what was it called? Chronicle URL? What's the name of that?
Chronicle URL.
Is that what it is?
I'm not sure. CTA Bar.
No. Inside of WordPress, when you set your permalink at the top.
Oh, you mean yeah? I know what you're talking about, permalinks.
What's that called? Like.
I would have no idea. That's way too technical.
It's early for me, right? But anyways, when you set your URL, like if you have a certain blog post, and even though it's a mile long, you can post that whole entire link there.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, because you might have a blog post that teaches you about video marketing. So you'll have a call to action that pertains to video marketing. But then you might have another blog post that's all about email marketing. Well, you don't want a video marketing call to action there. You want an email marketing call to action, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
And this software will do that.
Yeah, that's how you do it. You basically would specify which page it goes onto. You'd paste it into that page, and then you would, add another CTA bar, add another one, and for each page you could have a different bar or call to action popping up, depending on what was going to be most targeted to that person who's visiting that page.
That's cool, and I'm glad to see that, because my biggest frustration with WordPress and the plugins is the settings are always universal. And my biggest complaint has always been, dude, I don't want an opt-in form teaching you how to invest with Forex on my site where I'm on my post where I'm talking about my daughter's having coffee at Starbucks, right? Yeah. I want to be able to remove that. And you can't do that with most of the WordPress plugins. So that's pretty cool that you can be that selective and drill down your pages.
Definitely. And it makes it very easy to do that. This software does. Now, if you wanted to say add something, now I've just removed what was on these bars right now. Say, for example, if we wanted to add anything, you basically just right-click on the bar and you're able to add to it as you want. Now, say, for example, if I wanted to change the color of this bar, I just click the left click on a Mac or Windows computer. I'm able to adjust the background to whatever sort of background I want. So you could have orange if we wanted to. We could have orange bar up the top. And we could just grab that color code if we wanted to. You can grab color codes as well. And I could also add that color right here down the bottom. Also, one of the cool things about this is that there's no limits to what size this can be. It could be small. It could be, if we wanted it to be, we could make it, massive if we really wanted it to be that big. Preferably, you wouldn't have it that big, obviously. We find that 35 is usually quite a good height, or Even 50 on the higher end is a good height for these bars. You can add a shadow. You can have it that it shows only when you scroll. So say, for example, this one right here on this page, this only shows when someone scrolls.
Oh, that's pretty smart. Yeah, I like that. So when you made it bigger, what options do you have? Like if you have that big area there, you don't have it to where you can put HTML in there, right?
You can put HTML if you want, custom HTML. There's no limits to what you can add into these bars. So if we wanted to, we could add an image in. We could add a link of some sort, any sort of text,
Wow.
an image,
That's
social
pretty
icons.
cool.
If we wanted to add them.
That's pretty cool. Whose idea was this?
It was a sort of a combination.
It was
Joe
your
and I had
wife's.
the idea.
It was your wife's. Tell it like it is. I'm just playing with you, man.
He's in the background laughing. But yeah, so we can basically just add things as we want. We'll add a piece of text here. Hey, check this out. And leave it up as we want. We can adjust the height if we want to, 40. I'm not sure how that'll show up on it. 40. If we go 40, it'll show up quite big. We can adjust things as we want, but what you'd usually do with this is use it for a call to action. So
Yeah.
go
cool.
here to get access. I'll just adjust this again, 20.
You know, at first, can I just be honest with you? Sorry. At first, I was like, dude, this kind of looks like Hello Bar. Like, I'm not getting it, right? But now that you've been demonstrating it, and when you told me, you can do it per page, you can put HTML in there, you can put your images in there. Because if you can put HTML, correct me if I'm wrong, I could actually put a video in that section.
You can, yeah, you can put a video in. We've done that as well. We've actually tested it with buy buttons. We've tested it with videos that show up that have the play button inside of the video, and someone can really easily just click it. So say for example you're promoting anything really, you would be able to just put a video in there to go along with the message or button that you're adding in as well.
Do you have any sounds with it?
Any sounds?
Yeah.
We don't have any sounds right now. It's not a bad idea though, actually having some sounds as people go through.
There you go. 2.0, right?
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a really good idea actually.
Yeah.
And then you can add a button image if we wanted to grab a button, any sort of button. I'm just going to grab a random button off one of these sites if I can. I'm just going to grab this one, and if we can, it's not letting me grab that button. I'll grab one of these
you have
buttons.
like I see what you're doing, dude. You have like a shameless plug for your buddies there. Pretty slick. Pretty slick.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'm a
We can
funny
just
guy.
Buynow.com width, and we'll just adjust that to make sure that it fitted the button. And as we go, I've actually chosen a button that's the same color as the button, what we've got down below. We'll add that, and we can just have a play around with it. We'll click this again, adjust the color. This time we're going to make it black. We'll click that, yes, and there we go. So we've got our button added. It's just taking the text from the image that I've got, but you get the point. Basically,
Make it yellow. Can you make your background yellow?
Yeah, I'll make my background yellow. We'll go down to yellow.
Let's see how that button looks.
There we are.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. Dude, I like this. I want this.
That's cool. We can adjust it if we want. We can put it to the right, put everything to the left. It all depends where you want your content to be. We'll just center it. And it's basically how you can create really simple and easy to set up bars with the software. It makes it quite easy.
One of my first products, like before WordPress, I was one of the first ones to create the opt-in form at the bottom of the page. It was called opt-in slide, because I know people are going to be like, "Oh, you're full of crap." Well, go look it up. It was called opt-in slide. One of the biggest failures in my life. Like I've had a lot of failures with this business. And what it did is it did kind of like what you had here, but I had like animated GIFs of all like these crazy people and people like screaming and throwing balloons at you and all this stuff in the bottom corner, right? But back then, I didn't have the option to go and launch a product into this marketplace. The marketplace wasn't formed yet, right?
Yeah.
But I had a brilliant idea. I was onto this like 12 years ago or whatever it was. But yeah, it's awesome. It works. This definitely works,
Yeah.
right?
No, it's cool. It's very cool. It does, and it does make a big impact in the marketing you're doing as well. It will make a big impact. Now, I've just loaded up one of the ones that I prepared earlier. This is one that I was working on before, and I wanted to show you another feature that we've got, which does make this very cool. Mobile is obviously huge. I know that Chad, you've brought out a number of mobile products,
Yeah.
and you probably had a lot of people on the show that have done mobile-related products.
Mm-hmm.
And what you can do with this is your sales pages. You can actually have this show up on mobile devices as well. So you can see here I've got the CTA bar that I've created around my site. Here you've actually got the CTA bar inside of your website and mobile device. So if anyone's visiting it on their mobile device, they'll still see your bar, they'll still see your call to actions, and they'll still be able to act upon it. This one's a scarcity bar that we've prepared here. But yeah, you could have a call to action, you could have an image up here if you wanted to. Anything you wanted, you could actually have inside of one of these mobile devices.
Huh. Pretty cool. Yeah, mobile's not going anywhere, man. I'll tell you. I had this talk with, I think, was it Todd? I can't remember who it was the other day, but these things are getting to be very, very cheap. Like my little girls are on daddy's family plan. Like everybody's got one, right? So the cheaper they get, the more hands they get into, well, the bigger mobile marketing is going to get.
Yeah.
Right?
And it is. It's getting massive. And that's true. I know for even me, I find it hard to put my phone down much of the time. All sorts of games I get hooked on.
Yeah, I'm so excited, man, because all the viewers that are watching right now, I am so excited because we are on the verge of something so big when you look at mobile and video. I mean, we're in the right place at the right time, man. We're at the infant stages of this whole entire boom. You know what I mean? It's going to be big. and we're just, the products that you're creating and I'm creating, dude, we're just on the tip of the iceberg with where technology is going to go. You know?
Yeah.
It's going to be amazing.
No, definitely.
Yeah. It's
that'll be cool.
Yeah, it's
That'd
just
very cool.
It's exciting for me, man. I mean, what we do is awesome, right?
Yeah. No, it is. It's very cool. It's exciting.
Yeah, I mean, do you ever
definitely.
have one of those moments where you're just sitting there, you're like, holy crap, I can't believe how much money I get paid for what I do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not just launching products. If you have a blog that's out there producing leads and sales or whatever you're doing, offline marketing, it's just amazing to me that we can sit here in front of a computer screen in a nice warm house. You know, you got your kids over here, you got your nice warm cup of coffee, you got your music playing in the background, maybe you got your little cappuccino candle burning over there, whatever you got. And you're making money. To this day, after 16 years, it still blows me away.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It is
cool.
Right? And it's just going to get better, man. Anybody that's on the verge of like quitting this business, hang in there. It's going to get even better than it is today, right? Yeah.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's got to start somewhere, and that's the thing. It's such a big opportunity, so much opportunity to make a real impact that nothing's stopping you from going out there and doing well.
Yeah, and it's little tools like this, man. I'll tell you, I do well with these tools. Like a lot of people call me on it. They're like, I don't actually think you use the stuff you promote. I do, and I do well with it. And it doesn't take me long because my goal is to make back my money that I spent on that tool. Whatever it is. I just went and bought a video ranking tool last night. I'm not going to name it, but it cost me $297. My SEO guy says, hey, we need the software. It's $297 for a lifetime license. I'm like, wow, really? He's like, yep. I'm like, all right. My goal is by the end of the week, I want that money back.
Yeah.
That's my first goal.
Software, obviously.
And then my second goal is to rinse and repeat what I did. And if it starts working, scale it up.
Yeah.
And you can do the same exact thing with the software. If you start getting leads, then something needs to happen, right? If you start getting sales, because this software is just the engine, right? You got to have more supporting it. Got to have the content. But if you start getting leads or sales, then that means you need more content so you can deploy more of these campaigns. And it means you need more visitors, which means you need to learn how to get more traffic to your existing content. Right? I mean, this stuff is not rocket science.
Yeah.
It always, always, always comes down to traffic and conversions and the tools that help us get here. And this is a perfect example of that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. With this, it's just a matter of really, you add it to your site and then you're done. With this, it's one of those things that I like the types of softwares where you can, start it up and once it's going, it's there, it's making you money. And one of the reasons that we set up this and created this is that it does take such a short period of time to set it up, get it running, and the return is definitely worthwhile. So
here's my biggest frustration, because at first glance, when I first heard about this, when I looked at the name, I said, oh, that's a WordPress plugin. I'm not going to bag on WordPress plugins. They're definitely useful. Yeah. Me personally, I prefer the web apps because you don't have to have a domain. You don't have to have a server. You don't have to have an SSL certificate, right? You don't have to have any of that stuff. You just log in, you execute your campaign. But what's even more important for me, and even with all of our launches, we've been doing web-based for the past year now. You don't have to update plugin, right? Because if WordPress doesn't update, all of a sudden your plugin's broken, then you're waiting for the developer to fix things. With this here, I love it. I love web-based. I love the cloud. I love where this business is going, right? I think it's awesome. I think it's a great direction to go. And this software here, I mean, I'm watching how fast it is, and it's responsive. It's mobile-friendly, right? But it's one of those things where you don't have to install it. All you have to do is log in, username, password, create your campaign, boom, good to go.
Done. Yeah.
So there's no reason that somebody should not be able to make back their investment and get in the profit zone with this right away. Set and forget it. This is one of those softwares where you literally can set and forget it, and it'll do the job for you.
Yeah. No, definitely. And that's the thing about it. Once you've got it, if you've got your site set up, you don't have any call to actions, you add one of these, and then suddenly you'll start seeing leads come in. If you add opt-ins, or suddenly you'll start seeing some sales come in. So it's definitely a software we're excited about.
Yeah, it happens too. It happens. I know for a lot of people it hasn't happened, but I'm here to tell you this stuff happens all the time.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Cool. So what we saw with the mobile thing. Go ahead. I'll ask a question in a minute.
Oh yeah, yes. So yeah, that's what I was saying. I just wanted to show you that for us. We're at a point in time where we've taken the software through the tests. We've been using it on our bonus pages, launch pages. We've even got a couple of local businesses starting with it next week. So a couple of local business websites. So for those who are local marketers, there's actually a big opportunity here to start using this with local marketing websites with your clients, and actually offering it as a something they can add to their websites as well. So it's a big opportunity for many different ways. If you have your own website, so whether you have a client that needs this, this is something that'll be there, and you'll be able to add pretty easily.
Yeah, and if I can just kind of expand on that, because this is a question I get a lot. They say, Chad, you always recommend that I can use this product for local marketing. I can use this product for local marketing. If I listened to you, I would have 1 million products in my arsenal, right? And I say, just get out there and land the client and start them off with some product. Produce amazing results for them, right? Give it 110%, build a strong relationship. So when something like this comes out, you're able to call up that client or send them an email saying, hey, we're testing a brand new feature. I think it's going to do well for you and your business. Is it okay if I go ahead and deploy it? Right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that you have to go in with a catalog of 100 different products that you've bought on launches and say, okay, which do you prefer to? You know what? I mean, just start with baby steps. Start with one solid product, produce a lot of value for that client, and it's going to open the doors to all the others. Because if they see you getting results for them, they're going to want to know what else you can do. Well, what else can you do? Softwares like this.
Yeah, I actually I have to add to that. My first client that I got, I know I've told you this story before, but it was actually the thing that really was quite interesting. I purchased a course from Ryan Dice actually for $1,500 about membership sites.
You and me
and,
both.
yeah, you got that as well.
Yeah,
It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I remember I'd put everything that I had. I literally had nothing left on my credit card after I'd purchased it. I think I was in debt, and I was working at a call center at the time. But that was the thing that really did it. Out of everything else, after all the after talking to the client about SEO, after talking to the potential client at that time about their website, about email marketing, it was actually the idea to turn their content that they had on their website into a membership site, so their visitors could be charged a small monthly fee to get access to that health content. That was the idea that really secured that contract for me. And it can sometimes be, something like that, something so general, but something that another marketer hasn't talked to that business about before that can really, change it for them. And that for me, it meant being able to go full time in offline marketing. And that led me to where I am today. That was my start. So sometimes it can just take one thing, and you never know what it's going to be. But just having the knowledge, you don't have to suddenly fire out a million things at them. The knowledge to be able to assess their situation and provide a recommendation that can really help.
Here's where I get frustrated with this. Okay, here's where I get frustrated with my viewers that say, I can't figure this out, I can't make any money. Now, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but it's a frustration for me. I listen to stories like you just said. I look back at websites I created in 1997 with a software called WebEasy, okay?
Yeah,
and I'm going,
easy. I've never heard of that.
I'm going, it was before Microsoft Front Page, it was before Dreamweaver, before all that. It was called WebEasy. You can do your homework. What's frustrating for me is we were able to go out there and make money with clients. You and I both did it. We didn't have the amazing tools they have today.
Yeah.
It was all custom code, custom graphics. I mean, I don't know about you, but most of the deals I did, I was lucky if I broke even. We didn't have softwares we could just log into and go, boop, it's all done. It was a matter of laying it all out, doing custom code, finding a developer, right?
Yeah.
I was lucky if I broke even.
When WordPress came out, that's when everything changed for me.
Yeah.
It's so funny. But yeah, WordPress was so revolutionary. The first, the early versions of WordPress were game changing.
You remember using Front Page and creating tables with 3 cells and dropping an image here and a headline here. And
I was terrible at it.
Yeah, but the thing is, even though I wasn't able to make a lot of money, I broke even, but I was still out there trying. I was still talking to businesses and everything. This is way before this marketplace here. I was able to make money, and I didn't have those tools, and you were too. And everybody I have on the show, they all have that same trait about them. They were all able to make money back in the days, and every single person I talk to says, dude, this marketplace has it made because of the tools we're providing to them.
Oh yeah,
and it's frustrating.
I wish I had these tools back then. Yeah, definitely.
You'd have been a multimillionaire back then. It's frustrating to me, and I don't know if it's because it's like system overload, if it's too much of a distraction. Because also back then, since you didn't have a lot of tools, you had one strategy. You had to make it work. You didn't have options, right?
No.
So
my call center job, that was it, and I was being fired in a week's time.
Yeah, it's interesting to me. It's something I think about a lot. I don't have the answer, but I remember back in the days, and I'm just like, I don't get it, right?
Yeah, there's no excuses. I mean, there's every opportunity to go out there and start making money.
Yeah, so there's our motivational speech for the day. So we take this embed code here, and we can put this embed code in an HTML page or WordPress. Yeah,
basically just add it to wherever you want. I was actually going to show you in WordPress, but I've forgotten my password. If you give me just a moment, I'll find the password and I'll be able to show you an example.
I'll just go ahead and cut this part out. We doing all right?
Yeah, we're doing well. That's good.
Okay, 4843. We still got to give some stuff away. Have you shown the OTO yet? Was that mobile thing the OTO?
Yes. Oh no, I haven't shown the OTO. The OTO is the lead builder. Oh, one sec, I just found my password.
Check my message. You can tell me when you're ready to go again.
Now the OTO we're just finishing off now, but I'll show you a quick sample of that. And then there is that referral system. I really want to emphasize that. We've just got that ready, but it is really, really cool what it does. Basically, I'll explain it to you. Cool. All right. Cool. Bringing up a page. We'll bring up. Just going to rename this page Chad. And there we are. Cool. So I'll show an example, just adding it into Optimize Press and just explain what we did. It's real simple. All right, ready when you are.
You ready?
Yep, ready to go.
Cool. Okay, you got your WordPress?
Yep. Yeah. So this is the WordPress here. So we use Optimize Press for a lot of our stuff. If you're using Optimize Press, I'll show you two examples right now. If you're using Optimize Press, go into Page Settings, Other Scripts. I know what you're gonna do. So Page Settings, Other Scripts.
Yep.
I'll do that once more. Optimize Press. You're building your live site. Page Settings, Other Scripts, and you're just basically adding it into the HTML. So this is the script here. I'm just pasting it, and then there'll be a space here, or you can just go Add New. You can add it into the header, or you can add it into anywhere really in the in the code, and just adding it into the code any way you can will work fine. Once you've added it, it'll say saved, and you're done. That's all you need to do. And then if we were to click Save and Close, we were to open this up again, you'll find that we have our CTA bar on the site now.
Yeah, you can also do it with a custom HTML box in there.
Yeah, exactly. This is the other probably more easy way and more universal way is that you just go to WordPress. I'll just go to my pages actually. Go to my pages. We'll just grab a standard page. Say for example, let's grab Launch. I'm not sure what that is. Edit. And we will just go into WordPress. Okay, I'm just going to add a new WordPress page because Optimize Press confuses me sometimes. All right,
and that's Optimize Press. That's Optimize Press 2, just to clarify.
Optimize Press 2, yeah. So there we are. This is your average WordPress page. We've finally got to one.
Yep.
You just go into text and add it in here.
Yep, it's simple. But remember what he said earlier. You only place that text once, and you can actually change out your callouts and the headlines and everything from the software itself, but you don't have to replace the code.
Exactly. So you just put it in one of your page that you're wanting to add the software to. It could be at the top, it could be at the bottom, it could be in the middle. It doesn't really matter where it is. It just needs to be just in there.
Now let me mix things up here a little bit, because I will say if you have a blog that you do want to have the same call to action all the time, there is a plugin that will go and put a script on all your pages in one shot. Boom. I can't remember what it's called, but I've seen it.
Yeah, I've heard of something similar to that as well. But yeah, that is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So there we go. Very easy to set up.
So what's this going to sell for?
Cool. We're going to start this off. There'll be 3 different plans. So we're just sort of juggling price. There will be an early bird price. We're not totally sure what that is. We're doing this interview quite early before the launch, but it will be. The main launch price is going to be $27 for one website, $47 for 3 websites, this bar on, and $67 for unlimited sites, and you also get the unbranded version. So your unbranded version will look like this.
Cool. That's awesome. So once they buy, is there an OTO?
Yes. Now there's some really cool products that we've put in with this that we thought would be quite ideal. One of them is this list builder. Now, currently, because we're doing this interview a little bit before, this is what the list builder will do. Basically, you can have these pop-ups that'll pop over your page, custom pop-ups that'll pop up whenever you want them to, whether it's an exit, whether it's when someone arrives on the page, whether it's 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds in, they'll pop up, and you can put your and capture email addresses basically through that. You can have a video or a custom call to action. These are completely editable, and they can look however you want them to. And the other part is a side swipe. This is one that comes from the side. It actually enters from the side opposed from pop over. It's like a side swipe. It'll pop out from the side at the bottom, and people will be able to enter their email addresses, get a call to action, discount off what it is you're offering, or have that available. Plus, as part of this is the pro features I'm talking about right now. There's also going to be a tracking option where you'll be able to track your stats for your CTA bar and the software as well, the pop-up software, and there'll be a few additional features as well. Those are the two main ones that we have in there right now. That's OTO number 1.
Okay.
And that's going to be selling, to start off with, it's going to be selling for $97, and yeah, that'll be as part of that.
Cool. And what's OTO number 2? Do you know?
Yep, OTO number 2 is you get over 100 different, over 40 different CTA bar templates. So when you start off with CTA bar, and I'll just go back to CTA bar, you're going to start off with a blank canvas, and you'll also start off with a template to help you go. So one of these templates. Now, if you want all of these and you want the additional templates we're still adding in for launches, for blogs, for different events, different types of reasons, then these are an additional cost. And not only do you get these, but you also get thereafter on a monthly basis more of these templates to have to basically make really quick and easy CTA bars, and they come with mobile responsiveness as well built into them, so you won't have to create the bar yourself. That'll just be readily available. Now, the early bird price for that is going to start off at about $67, and we're rising up to $97 by the end, basically, of launch.
Sweet. You want to give some stuff away?
Cool. Yeah, I just want to tell you about one more function that we had now. Yep. I know that often we don't add more one-time offers, but we've got something really cool, and this is just added in. And I'm not just saying that this is actually really cool. What we've got is we've got a software which we've actually worked on for quite a while, and we've just managed to integrate it with CTA Bar. Basically, what it does is that anyone who opts into your CTA Bar, when they opt in with their email address, they will get sent an email. And say, for example, you said opt in for a 20% discount. They would opt in for a 20% discount, and then what would happen is that they would get an email saying, "Hey, would you like a further 20% discount off this product in our range, or this particular item?" And it would go to their email, and all they need to do is share that with 3 of their friends. Say, for example, you can set this as you want, share it with 3 of your friends. So they would share a specific link that would lead people back to where the CTA Bar app is installed, say your website, for example. And if 3 of their friends just arrive at that website, they get the 20% discount. Or if you wanted to, you could even do it so if 3 of their friends opted in, then they get the 20%, or they could get a larger reward if that happened. Or and the cool thing about this is that every single time one of their friends either visits, if that's the goal, or they opt in, the person that is trying to get the 20% discount will get an email every single time telling them that they're one step closer to their goal, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I was looking for that the other day for my show, because we get all these people, entering their membership, and I thought, hey, maybe there's a way for me to reward people for telling their friends that, hey, go here and register for this membership because you can win stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
and it builds your list. It's really easy, and in the emails that people get, there's actually step 1, share on Facebook, step 2, share on Twitter, step 3, forward this email. There's all sorts of different instructions you can actually add in, or you can just customize your message as you want. So Chad will have to get you a copy of it,
please,
when you're to give it a good test run with what you're doing. But if you're looking to build your list, you're looking to extend CTA Bar app even further, we thought it was a really cool
Yeah.
A cool piece of software that we couldn't not have in there. So that's why I'm really excited about it. It's going to start off at a 197. 197 will be the cost of that particular software, but you'll have unlimited use of it. You'll be able to use it for as many campaigns, and it doesn't just work with CTA Bar app, but you can actually run this on any of your websites, even if they don't have CTA Bar app running. This referral system will actually work. It's really simple to set up. Same style. You can actually walk through the different steps exactly the same way you do with CTA Bar app. And it's got one-click integration with CTA Bar app if you want to use that as well.
Cool. Sweet, man.
All right, time to give away some stuff.
Okay.
So we wait.
Yep. So we got the countdown timer up on the screen. What you need to do, if you're not familiar with our show, you go to entrepreneurlive.tv/winner. And this is what's really cool. You go there, you're going to register for this membership site. You're going to find out all about our shows. You can actually attend the shows live so you can see Sam and I screw up because we're not as polished as you think we are. We just know how to make it look good after the recording's done. But what's really cool is you can be sound asleep in your bed halfway across the world, and we run webinars all the time. We run shows all the time, and we're always doing giveaways. And so if you're a part of this membership, you could wake up to an email that says, hey, congratulations, you just won this awesome deal. You don't even have to watch the show. You don't even have to be on the webinars, nothing. It's just kind of a no-brainer. So all you got to do is go to entrepreneurlive.tv/winner. And Sam, why don't you tell us what we're giving away today?
Cool. We're giving away a copy of CTA Bar app.
Cool.
I believe. Is that correct? An unlimited copy?
It's completely up to you, man. This was your idea. You're kind of, what's funny about this? You're kind of put in a pickle because you're like, everybody knows that the guests give stuff away. So if you don't give anything away, they're going to be like, what a schmuck.
Yeah, that is true.
So let's do that. Let's give away the unlimited copy that you gave away, and we'll give 2 more, and I'll cover those.
Awesome. That
Cool.
sounds good.
So you're going to give away 3 copies.
Yeah, 3 copies. All right. 3 lucky people.
Yep. So we got about 15 seconds to go, and then right after that, we're right on the hour. We will wrap it up. Awesome? Okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. All right. Here we go. Let's pick our first winner. David Couch. David Couch. Now, what did he win?
He's won CTA Bar app unlimited package.
Unlimited. Okay, so I'm going to give away 2 unlimited ones too. Cool?
Yeah. It's a familiar name as well.
Yeah.
David. All right.
Yeah. All right, let's do it again.
Awesome.
Don Hill. You just won CTA Bar Unlimited. Let's choose one more, Sam.
Very cool.
It's fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Jim S. All 3 of those people are new winners. I actually had a winner last night that had won before. So it's a great time to get involved with this membership, right? Because it's building up. But we got David Couch, Don Hill, and Jim S. You 3 just won an unlimited copy of CTA Bar, compliments of my good friend Sam Bakker, and that is how we do the live giving. All right, a lot of fun, right?
Yeah, that's cool.
Next time you're going to ask me, you're going to say, hey, Chad, I got to come on your show again. I'm going to hit that red button.
Yeah, I want to copy this software just so I can push this button.
Yeah, you and everybody else, right?
Hear the music here. I'll be using this URL.
Yeah, now you
see me along again. What are all these prizes being given out?
Now you see why my daughters are hooked on it, right?
Yeah.
They thought it was great. They're like, Dad, this is the best product you've ever made, right?
That's cool, yeah. I'll buy this.
Yeah, it's awesome. So CTA Bar launches what day?
It's launching on the 3rd of March.
3rd of March.
Yeah, 11 a.m. officially, but we're going to do a early bird special from 9 a.m. EST.
Okay, 3rd of March, and $27, $47, and $67 is the prices on the front end for 1 user license, 3 user license, and unlimited. So we just gave away 3 $67 copies. Pretty awesome.
Let's go.
Awesome stuff. Anything you want to leave us with? We're a little over here.
No. That's got me on the spot. It's at 3 a.m. here, so
I'm good at that, right? I'm good at that.
Try to stay awake, but no, probably the thing that I'd leave people with is that if you like CTA Bar, if you want to use it in your site, it's going to be something that'll really help build your business, and it's really a no-brainer. You buy it once, you install it on your sites. Very simple to do. Takes a matter of minutes, and it runs, gets you more leads, gets you more clicks, and all sorts. Finally, I'd like to say thanks to Chad for putting this on. It's a cool show to be on. It's really cool what you guys are doing with this show, and giving me a chance to come on. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Yeah, well, no, we're here to learn from you, man. You're the guy out there crushing it, and I cannot wait to get you up on the stage, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the guy with the squirt gun, though, just so you know.
Oh no! Hopefully, I'm really worried, because it's America, and I don't know if you guys can understand my accent.
Oh,
I've never spoken in America. I speak in Australia, but I've never spoken in America.
You're good, man. It's like some of the other accents I'm a little worried about. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
But I wanted to make sure that we put speakers on there that are actually people. They see you guys. They see you hitting the ground. They see you succeeding. Those are the guys we want to learn from, not just the guys that speak in theory.
Nah, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's
really
cool.
So it's a very different event compared to anything else out there. I love all the other events. I'm just saying we're just doing things a little bit different.
I like it. Yeah. I see every person on stage as someone that's moving and shaking in the industry, which is cool.
Yep, and it's speakers you don't usually hear from. So awesome, man. I always appreciate when you come and visit us. We've been friends for a long time. I really appreciate you always provide a lot of value. Definitely an awesome piece of software. One that I'm going to need myself for my own site. So yeah, I'll be talking to you about that real soon. And do me a favor, come back, hit that big red button again, would you?
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool.
Very cool.
Thanks again, Sam. And everybody else that tuned in, thank you so much. And we'll see you on another session of Entrepreneur Live. Thanks. Hi there, I'm Chad Nicely. I'm the host of the show that you just got done watching, Entrepreneur Live. If you notice, throughout the show, there was a news ticker that scrolled at the bottom that it really encouraged you to join our membership. I just wanted to take a minute and tell you exactly what's included in that membership. For starters, we are privileged to special offers, products, and promotions. We can offer these to you at a substantial discount. Not only that, a lot of these opportunities usually come with exclusive bonuses. Well, when you're a part of that membership, you are the first to be notified when these promotions hit the market. Not only that, we run special webinar trainings all the time. Matter of fact, we have the Entrepreneur Live Power Session. If you're a part of this membership, you will receive an exclusive invite to that. That's where I answer any questions you have about being a successful online entrepreneur. We do it once a week. So you definitely want to be a part of the membership for that reason. In addition to that, we run special webinar promotions. When a product hits the market and it's blazing hot, well, I'm going to take the time and do a webinar, even if it's 6 o'clock in the morning for me. I'm going to show you exactly how that product works and how it's going to benefit you in your business. So when you're a part of the Entrepreneur Live membership, well, guess what? That's included. But probably the best part of all, this is why everybody has joined this membership, is because we give away the house. Every single time we do a show, every single time we do a webinar presentation, well, guess what? We're always giving stuff away. And my guests are always giving stuff away. It can be the front-end product. It can be a coaching program. The list goes on and on. I've actually seen guests give away the whole entire funnel. And all you got to do is be a part of that membership. The good news is you don't even have to be live on the call. You don't even have to be watching the show. You can be sound asleep in your bed. We can be over here doing the show in the States, and you can wake up to an email that says, hey, congratulations, you just won this really awesome deal. And there's one more perk. When you're a part of the Entrepreneur Live membership, you're going to receive an exclusive invite where you can watch our interviews live. That means you can see all the bloopers, you can see all the mistakes, everything that happens live, and we do screw up before we go and polish the actual tape. All right? Great opportunity. Entrepreneur Live is where it's happening. You should see a button down below this video. The membership is currently free. There's no enrollment fee, so there's no reason why you would not go and join this membership. I want to thank you so much for watching the show today, and hopefully I'm going to be seeing you on another session of Entrepreneur Live. Thank you.